Beloveds. Welcome to your daily divine messages from Spirit. If you are new to my channel, my name is Princess Leah. If you're a returning family or friend, welcome back. As you may or may not know, I am an intuitive artist, and the methods and the healing platforms of tarot, oracles, I am able to receive the highest vibrational frequency downloads, prophetic downloads from Spirit, and I utilize the outlets of performing arts, healing arts, to heal the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind. So if you'd like to join our community or vibe, tribe, definitely feel free to subscribe to my channel, Princess Leah 888. And if any of these messages for you resonate with you, definitely hit that like button, because that is Spirit's message for you. So today we're going to tune into the Akashic Star Child Tarot, as well as the ancient Lemuria oracles, beyond Lemuria oracles, and our next steps of the four agreements. But before, let's go ahead and tap into our heart chakra with the sound bowl, see what kind of prophetic downloads may be wanting to speak to our heart. And you can place your hand on your heart and we shall get into it. So, some thoughts that started coming through. I'll see them as prophetic downloads, as they were memories of little sayings that just came through. So maybe someone needs to hear this, or maybe it'll tune in and come together as we read the tarot. But I heard nothing good happens after midnight. So I don't know if someone works, if you work the graveyard shifts. But the thoughts came through as I was thinking about just for some reason, the thoughts that started coming through as I tapped into the heart space was our daily schedules, and how some people are morning birds and some people are night owls, and the gratitude that I feel of being able to sleep when I can, sleep when I sleep in. Some of you may be able to sleep in, some of you may not be able to sleep in. Some of you, your schedules, depending on what your body, this is what I'm hearing is, I think the ideal timeline that we're reaching towards is not everyone having a set specific, time frame of what their bodies need. Or, I'm sorry, a set specific time frame that everyone schedule that everyone has to abide by, but moving more into what your body needs. And so if your body works better if you sleep in and then stay up late. Now it all depends on what you're doing when you're up late as well. So I think that's where the phrase that came through, nothing good happens after midnight, because I'm thinking of, you know, it took me to like New Year's Eve, right? As soon as the countdown happens, and then it's midnight, and then what? And everyone's partying, and, you know, so we're moving into this year of the snake, excuse me, of the wood snake. You see, my throat always wants to close up as I start to speak, because there are some prophetic messages that Spirit wants me to say that the enemy does not want me to say. And so what I was getting ready to share was, you know, how when we are up late, partying, drinking excessively, maybe this year, the year of the snake, it's about shedding, it's about renewal, it's about awakening your kundalini, it's about awakening and aligning your chakras, it's about your sensuality. So all of these things that we're shedding, the old, maybe old versions of how we expressed our sexuality, our sensuality, maybe old versions of how we connected with others, maybe old truths that we're needing to clear up, clear out. So that we can be renewed as a snake sheds. And my throat chakra, I've been having a hard time finding words this morning already, just as we started. So yeah, there's some, maybe we're feeling fumbling over our words, how we can speak, how we can share our truth, because there's something that might be trying to hold us back, the old versions of ourselves. Maybe you feel yourself feeling like you're regressing back to old habits, and that's a lot of that retrograde energy. The Mars in retrograde through the sign of Cancer. So we're doing a lot of feeling our emotions, feeling our emotions and our desires, and it's making us kind of look back at how we feel, how we allow ourselves to feel, how we express our feelings, right? How we express our truth, how we protect our vulnerability, but also allow ourselves to express our vulnerability. Cancer is very intuitive, ruled by the moon. And now we're in Aquarius season, and we're all, Aquarians are the water carrier. So in their air sign of the mental communication, the higher realms of communication, like telepathy and 5D and dream space, all of that is where the Aquarius kind of sits, but it also holds the water, right? It holds space for those emotions, for those intuitive downloads. It holds space for our emotions. It allows, the Aquarians are individuals that always keep in mind the collective humanity. They're innovative and think outside the box, right? And so think about the Aquarius energy, not necessarily within people, but the Aquarius energy, thinks outside the box, thinks outside of the rational, practical, kind of grounded Capricorn that we just got out of, and are more airy and esoteric, but also still practical because they're a fixed air sign. But they, are, the energy of it is almost, in a space of, the fixed air is like, I really don't care about what you have to say. But a low vibrational Aquarius really does. That the shadow aspect of Aquarians can have that overwhelming, fear of what people think. The light aspect of Aquarius energy does not care, because they're just in their own. Why? Because they're thinking about what is for the betterment of humanity, that we have not tried yet? And how can I use my individual gifts and talents to try something new? But if you're in that shadow space, you might be feeling like that throat chakra that was trying to close up, right? After midnight, right? Kind of thing. Maybe if you are constantly worried about what if you know, if humanity, if the collective is going to agree with what you're having to say, because you want them, you want you want to be agreed with, you want them to like your ideas, you want to be popular, is what I'm hearing for some, you know, for some. And so this season you want to be really mindful, especially now that we're not only the sun is in Aquarius, but Pluto has been in Aquarius since November, and Pluto's going to be in Aquarius for the next 20 years. And so right now with Pluto and the sun in Aquarius, Pluto is about transformation through facing your fears. So maybe if you're feeling like maybe you know, want to, you're transforming again that old version of yourself. You're shedding the skin of who you were. And let's say after midnight, I'm thinking Cinderella now, you know, turning back into, you know, all of the the pumpkin, or the carriage turns back into a pumpkin, and your dress turns back into your rags. It's like after midnight, um all of your, I'm hearing like your demons come out, right? And this may only resonate for some, but this is just a saying, right? Um, when I was listening to, I believe, a podcast with Erin Lyons, I like her. My mom got me onto her, but she was talking about how her friend had this enlightening experience one time, and after she went through her awakening, she went out to the club, kind of going back to old ways, right? And instead this time she was different, but everything else was the same. And what she noticed was there were like spirits that were kind of lingering around the people, waiting for them to get intoxicated enough for the spirit to then jump into them. And that's what they call the spirit of Alkun. Um, Alcohol, right? And then it kind of takes over their body, and then that's when they start drinking too much, or that's when they start making choices that are not in alignment with their highest being, right? Um, the spirit of Lucifer, right? Of lust. That's what I always associate the word with, of lust, you know? And so I'm hearing that maybe at night, right? At midnight or after midnight, just kind of as that saying goes, you know, going back from going, turning back into the rags and the pumpkin and things like that. It's like, be mindful of trying to please others. This is just a prophetic download. We haven't even gotten into the cards yet. But be mindful of the need to try to impress or please others. Be mindful of going back to your old ways. This is what the retrograde season is doing right now with Mars, is having us look back. Maybe if we are feeling like we're regressing, it's not a regression. It's not you're not going in circles, you're going in cycles. So even if you feel like you're going around and around, just remember, if you were to look at it from a different angle, you're actually spiraling up. And so if that makes sense for you, you know, remember that you are spiraling upwards. So you might be going back to circumstances that feel familiar, you know, having that desire to connect with people, having the desire to, you know, feel you know, wanted and liked and popular, or wanting to go out and communicate and socialize. Or if you're feeling like, you know, wanting to, you know, drink again after times of not, or, you know, doing things that you haven't done in a while because you have been going through such shedding of your skin. You've been going through such, you know, that cocoon transformation. And now that you have transformed into a different frequency, you're at a higher frequency, You're going back to old density patterns and you're realizing that it's not the same because you're not the same. So just be mindful of trying to go back into that old ways with that page of crystals. It was trying to come through in reverse. Spirit is saying, remember that you are a rarity in this world, and you have gone through some really rare transformations over the last year, couple of years. And right now we're still in the first month of the year, if you can believe it. It's gone by fast, but also like, dang, we're only 21 days in as well, and all this has happened. And the collective and our own self, you have been going through such a rare transformation. Stay curious and studious like a page, where you can continue to learn from what it is that you're going through. So you can continue to learn what it is that you are creating in this world and bringing to this world. Because what you're creating and bringing is balance, equal partnership, balance and harmony. We have the Two of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and then the Two of Crystals. So 222, you might be seeing 22. That is of alignment. You're coming into radical alignment with yourself. And as you're coming into alignment with your highest self and harmony with your highest timeline, use that discernment. Thank you, Spirit, of confirmation. Use that discernment of how you want to show up, whether it's in relationships. I'm also hearing maybe some of that download had to do with relationships, how you show up in relationships, how you show up in partnerships, and not wanting to regress back. Maybe the spirit of of codependency, the spirit of lust, the spirit of just going back to old habits and patterns out of insecurity, wanting to impress others. Use your discernment. Stay in your discernment. Stay in your truth. That Queen of Swords, that air energy, right? Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I always think of the Queen of Swords as the Libra, though, of the air signs, because she's very balanced and discerning. Her sword is erect because she's ready to stay protective over her energy, but she also is recognizing, you see that black panther right next to her, she's also soft enough and gentle enough to be able to continue, not harm. So it's like so use your discernment of your boundaries is what I'm hearing with this 2-2 of harmony, what and balance within boundaries within your relationship, not fearing whether or not it's going to make them angry, and if it does, not letting that sway you from compromising your truth. Yeah. So that you can remain harmonious and balanced in whatever it is that you're doing. It may not have to be relationships necessarily, but there is definitely, partnership, soul contract. This could be, partnerships at work, teammates, your boss. This could be friends, family. This could also just be the duality of yourself. The duality of your feminine and your masculine. Take it as it resonates. But don't be afraid. Keep your boundaries clear, concise, and consistent is what I'm hearing. Thank you, Spirit. And if you find yourself going back to old habits and realizing that doesn't feel good, that means that you are no longer resonating with the old version of yourself. You're no longer resonating with old versions of yourself. So instead of getting upset with yourself for saying, why did I do that? Why did I go back to old ways? Why did I make that mistake? Don't beat yourself up. Look, we have the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups. A lot of feminine energy here to be with you today. Have compassion for yourself. Have compassion for the fact that you're learning, you're healing, you're growing. You're spiraling upwards, not cycling downwards. You're not, you're not going in circles, you're going in cycles. The fact that you even recognize that what you are, feeling feels icky. The fact that you realize, oh, I went and did something that I, regressed, quote unquote, back to. I told myself I wasn't going to drink and then I did, or I told myself I wasn't going to do this and then I did. I told myself I'm going to sleep with that person and then I did. Whatever it is, going back to exes, whatever you might be feeling during all this energy, of this Cancer, I'm sorry, of Mars retrograding Cancer, that's going to be going through the entire Aquarius season of the Pluto in Aquarius. All of this is to transform you into your highest being, is to transform you into staying more in balance and harmony with your highest self, with the queen that you are. So I'm hearing some divine feminine energy. Maybe, if you resonate as a divine feminine, but we all carry that energy within us of sensuality, of non-physical, of the thoughts, of creativity, of birth, the conception before you birth it. All of that energy, maybe we're feeling like we're wanting to go back to old habits because old habits die hard, is what I'm hearing Spirit say. That's why you need to have compassion with yourself. Have compassion for yourself. You are learning. You're learning how to show up better for your partner. You're learning how to show up better for yourself. You're learning how to show up better for this world. And you're human. That's why you need to have compassion for yourself. You're human. I wouldn't be surprised if loving compassion comes out in Lemuria. Let's see what Lemuria has for us. Thank you, Spirit. This is beautiful. Yeah, this all connects with this prophetic download that was coming through. This makes sense now. Learning how to be the individual in this collective. Learning how to be the individual together is interdependence, right? Individuals together. That's very much Aquarius energy. Learning how to be independent, interdependent in your relationships, where you don't depend on their, their validation. You don't depend on their support to make you feel, good about yourself or secure or significant, to the point where you lose yourself trying to impress, trying to, connect. You are building new blueprints. Look at that. You are coming into the new blueprints of your highest frequency. You see that butterfly of transformation. Yes, because you have been going through the transformation into your highest self, into your queen, divine feminine energy, to your queen self. Okay, queens know when it's time to take lead. Queens know when it's time to make a decision. Queens know when it's time to lock in, to nurture. Queen of Cups is that Cancer energy as well. When to protect, when to nurture. You are building new blueprints right now. Number 38 might be a significant number. Maybe you're 38 years old. Reduces to 11 because you're ascending. You're ascending beyond the mind. Yes. You're ascending beyond the mind. And you're grounding in your root chakra. You're going out, we're ascending past the ego human mind and into that Pisces North Node energy that we shifted into on the 111 portal. Pisces, intuitive, esoteric, psychic. You are ground. I actually love this because I feel like this is very much Pisces Virgo energy of the nodes of fate, right? You're grounding. This is also very Aquarius energy too, of being your head in the clouds, feet on the ground is what I'm seeing. Beyond the mind, root chakra, beyond the mind and grounded and center. Love that. That's that Two of Cups, Two of Crystals here energy. That's that Queen of Swords, being able to be have that balance of your mind and your heart, right? Being able to equally move from the space of your heart and mind, not being overly emotional about every decision to the point where you can't make a rational decision, and not being overly logical to the point where you can't make a decision from the heart. Sometimes the heart is not rational. Sometimes the heart is not logical, but being able to have that balance. That's why I think of the Libra energy, but this Aquarius season is trying to give us that balance, because Aquarius is also can be very, very, again, head in the clouds, feet on the ground. Some of you might resonate with the Music Man because that's coming up from that lyric. She's the one you're glad you found. She's your shapoopy. So maybe some of you are into musical theater. Music Man, you might be musicians yourself. Maybe you're taking all of your feminine energy of the creativity that's coming up here, coming from the 5D, all of those, lyrics and songs, poems and visions and dreams, and you're bringing it into this 3D physical world. You're grounding all that you feel in your mind, in your head, in your dreams. You have number 20 and number 2. So there's a lot of this 2 energy. So this could be maybe this could also be around a 5D spiritual union and partnership, bringing that, staying grounded in this world while you're connecting with someone on the 5D, in the ethers, in your spirit space, in your mind, in your dreams. But I'm hearing definitely going beyond. I didn't realize she kind of has some tears in her eyes. So maybe this could be what you're feeling. Maybe as you close your eyes, as you are able to connect with your divine counterpart, or connect with your dreams, or connect with your highest frequency of who you know yourself to be, it makes you cry. It makes you cry because it's so real. I'm hearing someone say the dream felt so real that when I woke up and realized it was not real, I cried. Whether that's around a partnership, or whether that's around, being in outside of this earth, being back in your homeland. I'm hearing your home planet, your home dimension. But that's the blueprints that we're bringing into this earth, that we're grounding. I love this. This is actually really beautiful. This is the blueprints that we're grounding into this earth realm. This is so beautiful. So I'm hearing for someone who might need to hear this, it may not resonate with all, but if you are feeling this, I'm hearing if you're in a space of distance, separation, non-communication, or contact with a love, with a divine counterpart, that Two of Cups energy, and you are feeling really, really like in your head about it, go beyond that mind, that ego, human aspect. Kind of like when we were from the beginning of that prophetic download of feeling like you're just really wanting to connect with people. Maybe because you are feeling like you really want to connect in the physical with your partner, with your counterpart. But because right now it's all in that spiritual realm, it's all transforming into the higher frequencies of the blueprints of the light codes that is coming into this physical, but it's not there yet. Don't let the ego mind, the human mind, tell you, look around, they're not here. Look around, you're alone. Remember that you are never alone. You're never separate from your divine counterpart because you are one soul frequency. As you continue to believe that truth, that you have your, look, it's like this rainbow here. You see, one rainbow has two ends. That doesn't make them two separate rainbows. You are still connected as the rainbow that you are. Think of this rainbow as your soul with your divine counterpart. You're one soul. And you're just on these two ends right now. So though you may feel disconnected, you're always connected. When you go beyond the mind, when you go beyond what your eyes can see, when you go beyond the ego telling you that you are only together if you're under this title, you're only together if you look like this in the physical, you're only together if they're saying this particular word to you. But you're always connected. And that means you're never alone. You are one. You are one. And those new blueprints, when you go beyond that mental, that ego mind, and when you tap into your Queen of Swords, recognizing the heart and the mind can work together in harmony, when you give yourself compassion for where you're feeling and where you're at right now, have radical acceptance for yourself. Because what you are creating, the blueprints that are within your light codes, are coming into this physical world, but stay grounded and centered. Stay grounded and centered. And this doesn't have to, all of that, take that as it resonates. If it's not in a romantic sense, if it's in a professional, or, coming into your highest purpose, passion, timeline around your career path, or, I know I'm not really feeling the word, resonating with the word career path, because I'm feeling like this collective is saying, I don't want a career, I want a purpose. So maybe you're feeling that way, a purpose that can pay your bills, I'm hearing. And so, because you feel that so strongly, you're like, where is it? That's too many. I'm going to try it. Sorry. Thank you, Spirit. We're running a little long, so I'm going to just have one. Thank you. So no matter what, no matter where you're at on your journey, express your love. Express your love. Life is too short to hold back how you feel. And I know that's easier said than done, but that's where that Queen of Swords energy is being, using your discernment of not being overly rational, that you can't let your emotions come in, but not being overly emotional, that you can't, function. That's the going beyond the mind and grounding and centering what you know in the 5D to be, what you know, the blueprints that are coming into fruition, what you know in your heart in this soul contract. Have compassion for where you're at. Express your love. Impeccability of the word can be measured by your level of self-love. I love that. If you love yourself, you will express that love in your interactions with others, and that action will produce a like reaction. So there you go. That goes back to that Queen of Swords energy of using discernment and setting healthy boundaries. When you're impeccable with your word, when you set the healthy boundaries that you need, that shows unconditional love for yourself and for others. That allows you to root and ground what you know to be for you, regardless of what other people say, regardless of if they agree with it or not. That's how you stay grounded. That's how you stay centered in your root chakra. Maybe you need to tap into the root chakra healing. For those who are interested, I have a chakra healing series playlist, so you could tap into the root chakra. I think it's a part 2. One of them was about a downloaded dream that came through. So it might resonate. But that root chakra is the first 8 years of your life. So this could also be around family and stability and security and what you have learned around being taken care of. That Cancer energy of the Queen of Cups and the Mars retrograde. So maybe you're doing a lot of inner child healing as well, clearing out the old so that you can ground what is meant for you. So you can ground the new version of you. Express your love and learn to ask questions. Don't make assumptions. Learn to ask questions to yourself. Learn to ask questions to others. It might be really scary. Maybe you went through some childhood adversities, and that's why you feel maybe that's why you feel a bit insecure in your relationships. I'm hearing attachment anxiety, anxious attachment, codependency, feeling, I'm also hearing poverty, lack, scarcity mentality. These could be things that happen, trauma, abuse, these trigger warning, these things could have been happening in your root chakra those first 8 years that made you feel maybe if your parents didn't, stay together, or if some, catastrophe happened within the first 8 years and you had to move or something like that. Those are things that build your foundation that as you grow up, you still pull from those old foundations unless you heal, unless you do some inner child healing and self-love practices and self-compassion. Otherwise, they will show up in your relationships. They will show up in your job and your work and your functionality. But all of that is shifting and transforming right now because Spirit is saying you have a very special contract in this world. You have a very special blueprint and light codes that are coming into this world. Stay grounded. Stay grounded in your relationships. Stay grounded in your passions and purpose and your jobs, knowing that you are worthy. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of abundance and harmony and balance and healing. So just learn to ask questions about how you can love yourself, how you can express your love to others, and how you can receive love from Spirit, from universe, from your partner, from your children, from your boss, from your family and friends, and from yourself. Really beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. I hope this helped. I hope this made sense for you. I hope this resonated in ways that are healthy and helpful. And if it did, feel free to give this video a thumbs up. If you'd like to be a part of our soul tribe where we're healing the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind through conscious love, definitely subscribe to my channel, Princess Leah 888, and we'll continue to live fully, freely, and deeply in this space called conscious love. That's what we're shifting into. That's the new blueprints that we are coming online with. I just learned about what it means to be a Venus, have my Pisces, my Venus in Pisces, and how this Pisces North Node is impacting my Pisces stellium. And I am literally designed for that is my sole purpose and mission, is to heal the heart of a woman and soul of mankind through conscious love, is to connect us deeply on a deeper level in love, conscious love, awakening us to the truth of love and moving us out of, codependent, toxic cycles of false love, of lust, of all those things, right? And so if that is something that you feel called to, that you're on that path of as well, definitely follow along, be a part of our soul tribe. and continue to like and subscribe and share so that other people can also tune into this. We're a small but mighty tribe right now, but with your help and support, it'll continue to grow so that more people can, can hear these kind of positive messages from spirit. So thank you so much. Be on the lookout for some upcoming workshops as well. I have a chakra healing, 7-day chakra healing balancing workshop coming up on February 3rd. I've been playing with that date, but I think February 3rd is the one. So subscribe to my channel. It's a free workshop that you can be a part of as long as you hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss us going live at noon, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can absolutely do so. My information is in the description box. I do still have some openings for personal tea and tarot soul sessions. So you do get a 1 ounce handcrafted tea, fruit infused loose leaf tea from my FemRems apothecary. If that will be shipped to you if you're in the United States. And yeah, definitely email me if you're in my area, my region. We can meet in person, or if you want to meet virtually, we can do that. Pre-recorded sessions are also available. So whatever you would like. Feel free to follow me over on my social media on Instagram at Princess Leah 888. I do have a TikTok at Princess Leah 888 as well. Either way, if this is the last time that we meet, I hope that this served you in the way that it was necessary for you. And until next time, my beautiful beloveds, thank you for being here. Peace and love. Namaste. Bye.